Welcome to my video on a raw vegan whipped cream and also a raw vegan banana cream pie. So I started off trying to make a raw vegan whipped cream for a Friendsgiving that I was going to, and it didn't really turn out the way I thought. As a lot of things in experimenting as you come up with new recipes or trying new things, you end up with something that you didn't necessarily mean to end up with. But I'm pretty resourceful and trying to make the most out of everything, and definitely don't want to waste my expensive organic ingredients. So as you'll see, I kind of switched gears here and ended up making a banana cream pie to go along with my whipped cream. So I hope you enjoy, and if you are looking for just the whipped cream part, go ahead and skip towards the end and you can just watch that part. Thank you. Enjoy. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make a raw vegan whipped cream using a raw certified organic honey. This is pretty neat because they actually use hives that have a 100-mile radius around them that are completely undisturbed wilderness, and that's how they can get a USDA certification. I'm using some raw cashews, about a cup, using a 1/4 cup of raw cold pressed coconut oil, a C2O coconut water. Now this isn't maybe officially raw, but it's the one that I like to use. It's usually one of the least expensive, and it's got about the least amount of sugar of most of them. I'm not using much of it. You could use just filtered water or some various other things as well. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Singing Dog vanilla extract in here, see if I can get it to focus. This is the Singing Dog brand. I just like their stuff. They've got real good clean vanilla, and it's organic and raw as well. So give me just a moment and I'll show you how to make it. Alright, so now we're going to put everything in the blender and just blend all the ingredients together, but you want to add any of the liquids in very slowly. So I'm going to start by adding the cashews. We'll do somewhere around a tablespoon of honey. Not rocket surgery, so you get a little too much or a little too less, you can just adjust it later. And add in the coconut oil. You could add in maybe the vanilla extract here if you wanted to, but I'm going to slowly add some of these things in as I'm blending. I just blended it one round. It didn't really get everything all broke up, but I am going to blend it again. As the mixture heats up, it melts the coconut oil, which helps it blend a little further, so don't jump to the gun on adding your liquids in. But I'm going to go ahead and just add just a dab of lemon juice now as a preservative. And go ahead and add in my vanilla extract as well. And I will blend again. So let's see what we have. Not so sure that it's going to pass as whipped cream. It's more of a vanilla yogurt or something. So since this batch didn't turn out the way I thought it was with the cashews and whatnot, I've got some frozen bananas. I'm going to turn this into more of a vanilla, creamy vanilla ice cream. I think this will be a good way to go. So we'll find out. Put a handful of these guys in there, enough to kind of give it some more consistency, a little more sweetness. And we'll go from there. No sense in tossing out perfectly good ingredients. So let's see how this turned out with blending the bananas into it. Nice, good looking consistency and color. Oh man. I don't know about ice cream, but I don't know if that can be a good whipped cream, but this would be an amazing banana cream pie. I can tell you that much. This is awesome. Oh my goodness. So scratch whipped cream recipe. This is now my banana cream pie recipe minus a crust. Okay, so I've just moved my whipped cream to the side with the bananas added in it. Like I said, this is going to be a suddenly a banana cream pie. After doing a little research, I did pretty much just make banana cream pie filling. So all you really need for the crust is about a cup of walnuts and a cup of dates that soak for 10 minutes or so. So I am going to let these soak for a minute, and then you just process the dates in the food processor until you get kind of a big sticky ball. You take that out, and then you process the walnuts in the food processor until you get more of a flour. And then you start mixing the date ball back in until you get a nice moldable pie crust. If it's too wet and goopy, you add more walnuts into it or walnut flour. If it's too sticky, more walnut flour. But if it's too dry, you just add a few more dates in and you're good to go. Okay, so I have blended the walnuts and the dates together, as I mentioned before. So as you can see, we have a nice thick goopy moldable paste that will be our crust. So I am going to put down a thin layer of raw coconut flour at the bottom. That way the crust doesn't stick to the pan and you can slide the pieces out without breaking them. Okay, so I've added some raw coconut flour to the baking dish to keep the crust from sticking to it, and I've just added the crust in here, and I'm just slowly working around, kind of pushing from the inside out. Okay, so I just worked my way around the edge, just little by little, kind of spiraling out, and then just kind of like tamp down the edges, and you end up with a pretty pie crust for our banana cream pie. And here in a second I will show you how to add that in. Make sure it doesn't settle above the crust edges. It looks like a lot more than whatever you're making, whatever you've made. I did add some extra banana and cashew and coconut to it just to get enough to fill a pie crust. There you go. That is basically my banana cream pie. I'll put it in the fridge overnight, and because of the coconut oil and everything in there, it should solidify. If it's not getting hard enough, I'll go ahead and put it in the freezer. And actually, if you're not going to be serving it like the next day, I would go ahead and put it in the freezer, and it should last for a couple weeks. But I will garnish it with some bananas on top, but I am out of fresh bananas at the moment, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. I can't wait to eat it. It looks pretty yummy. Alright, so I'm going to try to make some raw vegan whipped cream. We use, let's say, about half a cup of this organic creamed coconut, anywhere from half a cup to the whole box. We're using a tablespoon of raw cold pressed coconut oil. Make sure that it is, you can see it here, cold pressed. And about a teaspoon of organic honey, or at least a raw honey. You want the crystallized kind of honey, not the liquidy kind. And don't get it from a store that's not, a health food store or farmer's market, because it's just likely to be high fructose corn syrup. About a teaspoon of organic Sing Dog vanilla extract, about a third of a can of C2O coconut water, and about 2 teaspoons of Italian Volcano lemon juice, and just a dash of pink Himalayan salt. And so first off, I'm just going to put everything in the blender and blend. I just blended all those ingredients together. It came out pretty thin and runny. I think I added a little too much coconut water. You might try just starting off with like a quarter cup, but I am adding in about quarter cup to a third of a cup of raw cashews to see if I can thicken that back up and give it more of that creamy consistency. Let's see how it turns out. Alright, so it sat up nicely this time after adding those cashews in. You can see it's a much thicker consistency, and as we put this in the fridge, all that coconut in there is going to become more solidified, so we don't want to add too much and make it too thick or it'll be just hard. So I think this is good. We'll pour it into a container while it's nice and hot, and should be ready to go tomorrow for my banana cream pie. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope your whipped cream and or banana cream pie turned out just as tasty as mine, and if you ended up with something different, I hope it turned out pretty amazing as well. If you did come up with something cool, please share it in the comments below. Also remember to visit and subscribe to my website, HealYourDisease.com. That's HealYourDisease.com. I'm also all over social media, so friend me, like me, and share me. There is going to be many other videos and blogs to come, so stay tuned and happy healing. Take care.